They go play action here on first down. Forced out to his left. That's going to be caught. He'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
The Falcons sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
He's got his man, London, right side.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1, completing the pass, but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, first down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They'll look to throw here on first down.
This pass is caught by London. Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll drop to throw.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A give running left, McAllister.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Back to throw now on 1st down. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings. Just so professional, mature. Looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Jalen Reagor.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Texans are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 55 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Into the hands of London.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Sanders. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. These two teams all tied after 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown! Drake London with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons have moved out in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. But he will not come anywhere close to the first down marker, and that gives us a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 31 yards. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning the perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On play action, they'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us. Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Ready.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. And this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He'll look to throw. The Sanders has got it complete, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on third down. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Sanders, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Miles Sanders, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Reagor. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to have it here just past the 25.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half.
Here's Reagor. He's going to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Back to throw.
That'll be caught. Reagor with it.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw.
He'll get this right back to Reagor.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Back to throw again.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle to Beckham.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the 2nd half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the 2nd half.
Running right, here's McAllister. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They're going to look to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
He'll look to throw.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Give them 32 on the play. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Up the middle they go with McAllister. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They'll set up a throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll drop it off to McAllister as running back. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On the give, McAllister with it. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. He'll drop to throw. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 28 yards. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, the field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And some taking it right down Broadway. 30, 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they've faced in this ball game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Ready?
Up the middle they go with
Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They got to get to the 23 here on third. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a carry for Sanders. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Another run with Sanders. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
CD, it'll go to the books as just 1 win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the 4th quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.